Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing a Chrysler 300S, aka the V8 Chrysler 300. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Dodge Ram Jeep Chrysler here in Sandy, Utah for giving me some time with this car. I'll include a link to the website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a naturally aspirated 5.7 liter Hemi V8 that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 16 around town and then 25 on the highway, with power outputs being 363 horsepower and then 394 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see how it is kind of boxier with the design raised there on either side. And then we have the 300 signature headlight design, which kind of mimics a Rolls-Royce a little bit. Same thing with the grille. And then I like how the Chrysler logo is red in coloration there in the center. And then you got fog lights there on either side. And putting it all together, you know, with the black paint, definitely has that, you know, kind of more luxury muscle car look, I guess is what we'll call it. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 245, 45, 20 in the front and over in the rear as well. And you guys can see here with the wheels, you got the metallic gray, and then you just have silver for the brake caliper. And then I love the fender, how that pops out a bit. And you guys can see the body line that goes across. And then look at the mirror cap there. I think that's really sharp. And then here is the full side view with the 300S. Now taking a look at the key fob, we have our lock and unlock function, we got the remote start, we got the opening for the trunk, and then you guys can see the Chrysler logo there on the back. And then taking a look at the cargo area, you can see there's quite a bit of space here in the rear, and it's kind of a 300 hallmark. When you're all done, just plop that down. Got this pretty beefy spoiler here on the back, and then you can see again with the red Chrysler logo, and then 300S, and then look at the taillight design. And then you got parking sensors at the bottom as well as your exhaust tip covers. And putting it all together, let me guys think about the looks here with this 300S. Now taking a look at the door panel, soft touch here at the top, and I like the strip that goes across. And then you guys can see more soft touch down below as well. And then they got these nice leather seats here perforated down the center, and you got nice stitching on the side. Now the 300 is a big car. Legroom's not the biggest though, but we do have a little storage pocket. Got some vents, heated seats, USBs here in the back as well. And then headroom, I mean, almost touching the top. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you guys can see again soft touch here, and then look at the trim that goes across, and then more of your soft touch down below. All of our window controls front to are automatic. You got your mirror adjustments, memory seats, blind spot monitoring with the mirrors as well. And then taking a look at the front seat, again, S logo, perforated all down the center portion. Power adjustments on the side, and then you can see the light controls here, and that's for the trunk release. And then the dash is actually soft touch. It's got some stitching there as well. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you can see soft touch all around, and you've got the Chrysler logo in the center, paddle shifters there in the back for the 8-speed radio controls as well. We got stuff like adaptive cruise control, controls for the center stack, and then you can see your regular stock there in the back. And then taking a look at the gauge cluster, it's pretty cool with the blue outlining, or at least I think that's cool looking. And yeah, you can see different bits of information on the car with the screen as well, pretty standard stuff. And then in reverse, we do have trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel. Okay resolution, right? I like the Chrysler collector at the top. But with the screen, response time is quick. Got heated seats, cooled seats, and a heated steering wheel, so nice features to have. And then down below, we do have some physical buttons, including for our sport mode here with this. And then also for the climate controls as well. And I like how you've got this little tab covering this up here. And then here's the dial shifter there for the 8-speed automatic, and then you can see the storage. Got some cup holders. And then USBs and all that. Soft touch here in the top. And then with the glove box, pretty spacious. And then we do have a panoramic sunroof. Now here's a quick look at the window sticker, and this is the thing that's crazy to me. Or I guess it's on the inside. $54,150 is the MSRP on this. This is $2,000 less expensive than the 300C with the 6.4 V8. So let's drive it and let's talk about it. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility over the hood. Both the mirrors do a blind spot monitoring throughout the rest of the rear. And let us set off in the 300S. Which, yeah, this car, like, I saw this car and I was like, that's pretty cool. And then I looked at the price and I was like, I am confused. And yeah, we'll talk about that during the driving portion, because this dealership actually does have a 300C as well. And I looked at the window sticker before doing this review, and it was like $56,000 for that 300C. So literally can get over 100 horsepower more for an extra 2 G's with the window sticker. But anyways, first off, smooth. I mean, this is the 6.4 Hemi, although it's a lot cooler than this engine is still very smooth, just like the 6.4 Hemi, especially with the 8-speed automatic, which I've always appreciated. And pretty comfortable. I forgot how comfortable the 300 is. And this is built off of a, what is it, an old Mercedes. I think it's an E-Class, if I remember right. I might be wrong though. When it gets cold enough, sometimes I just get brain fog a little bit. But regardless, it's comfy. It's got that big boat comfiness to it. And this V8's got enough power that you can just kind of just cruise. It's a nice experience. Yeah, I like that. You can pop it into the sport mode. Kind of amp things up a little bit. I feel like they muted the V8 and the 300 compared to the Charger and Challenger, which again makes sense because luxury car. But continuing along, yeah, so much torque. Not as much as the 6.4 Hemi, but it's still a pretty potent powertrain. Yeah, I like how this is performing so far. Kind of punch it here a bit. Fun car. So, to sum things up with the 300S, I think this car drives well. I think it looks pretty cool, and I actually, again, I'm a fan of the 300. I think that you basically get a muscle car, but you get a nicer interior with this compared to the Charger and Challenger. And I don't think that's again, the muscle car part, I don't think it's a bad thing, because a lot of modern cars just don't offer what this offers anymore. Big V8, right? Naturally aspirated, kind of floaty a little bit. Right, not the most precise with the handling, but just comfortable because it's just a big car. So yeah, all of that I really like. With that being said, again, unless there's like a crazy, I don't know, unless there's like crazy markups on the 300C compared to this, like if you were able to get both and it was MSRP pricing, I would get the 300C, because why not get the extra, you know, over 100 horsepower and the rarity factor with the 300C as well, versus the 300S. They've been making this for years. It's not like it's not special, right? In the future, anything with a V8, I'm sure it's going to be special, but it's not as special as the 300C, because they didn't make a V or a 6.4 Hemi 300 for so long, and then they finally do it for the last year. I am horrible at parking cars. You think that after 3 years working at a dealership, 4 years full-time and doing these car reviews, you think that I would be better at pulling in with cars. Nope, still not any better. So embarrassing. Let me know what you guys think about the 300S. I'm on Team 300C.